Well, hello, welcome again to our reading of the Greek New Testament, and I'm reading through the book of Revelation up to chapter 15. Kai edon allos semeon enter mega kai thaumaston, angelus hepta ekontas, plegas heptatas eskatas, hoti en autais eteleste hothumos to theou. And I saw allos semeon, another sign, enter uranu, in the heaven. And then we have a delayed mega kai thaumaston, agreeing back with semeon, great and amazing. Thaumastos is an adjective. Thaumasto is I wonder at, and thaumaston is amazing. So great and amazing sign, sometimes rendered as marvellous is the other word I was looking for. So I saw another sign in the heaven, great and marvellous, angels having seven plagues. We've seen this word before in this work, from plaso, to strike. A plaga is something which strikes at you and hence comes to mean a plague. So having the last seven plagues, the final seven plagues from eschatos, because, well, literally in them, but probably that use of instrumental by them, the anger of God, etelesthai, was completed. Aorist passive from teleo, and it's one of those verbs like kaleo where the linking epsilon vowel doesn't lengthen. So just do that again quickly. I saw another sign in the heaven, a great and marvellous one, having seven angels having, other way around, 7 angels having 7 signs, 7 final signs, because by them the anger of God has been fulfilled. Kai edon hos thalasan hualinen memigmenein puri kai tus nikontas ektu thuriu kai ektes iconos autu kai ektu arithmu tu onomatos autu hestotas epiten thalasan ten hualinen ekontas kitharas tu theou. And I saw, and we get this use of hose. It's something like what looked like. So I saw what looked like a hualinos is glassy. It's a fairly late word because the ancient Romans were able to work in glass, but earlier Greeks were not, so it's a fairly late word. Hualinos meaning glassy. So I saw what looked like a glassy sea, memigmenein. This is the perfect passive participle from mignumi, to mingle or mix. So a glassy sea having been mixed with fire, and those conquering, literally from the beast and from its image, and from the number of his name. So that must be a reference again to the 666. Hestotas standing, epi ten thalasen ten hualinen, standing upon the glassy sea, having kitharas, this is the kithara, these are like lyres, or so having this is accusative, the kitharas of God. Kai edusin ten oidan mausios tudulu to theou kai ten oiden to aniu legontes. And they sing, this again is from aido. In earlier Greek, as I mentioned, it's alpha epsilon iota, and then we get a slight change of it. The epsilon disappears or contracts and the iota goes subscript here. It's cognate, as here, there's the cognate noun, oidan, or oide. We get our word ode, of course, from this. So they sing the song of Moses, the servant of God, and the song of the Lamb. saying, Megala kai thamasta ta erga su kurie hotheos hopantokrator. Dikai I kai alethenai hi hodu su hobasileus turn ethnon, with a variant reading here. Great and marvellous, full of wonder, are your works. You'll supply the verb to be. Kyrie, O Lord God, the controller of all, the Pantocrator. And just and true, understand, are your paths, your ways. The Hobasileus ton ethnon, the king of the Gentiles. Variant readings here. Some versions put Hagion, king of the saints, but the earliest manuscripts has ethnon, king of the Gentiles. Tis ume phobethe Kyrie, kai doxasai to onomasu, hoti monos hosios, hoti panta ta ethne hexus sin kai proskunesus sin enopion su, hoti da ta dikaiomata su ephenerothesan. A slightly odd grammar here, I think. It's ume plus the subjunctive, and this is the aorist passive subjunctive, which normally means in no way will you fear, or in no way will he fear. So it's something like, who will in no way fear, O Lord? So who will not fear, O Lord, and will glorify, we've got a future here, your name. Slightly odd grammar. This is from doxadzo, to glorify. So it's something like, who would not fear, O Lord, and will not glorify your name. Hotimonos hosios, because alone understand you are hosios, holy. Kai pantata ethna hexusim. Now we're going to neuter plural with a plural verb. Well, that happens in New Testament Greek. So because all the Gentiles, hexusi is the future from heiko with a kappa. If you're looking this up, heiko, I have come. It's present in form, perfect in meaning, and this is the future. So all the Gentiles will have come, and proskune sus in future, from proskuneo with the sigma, and they will worship before you. Hoti ta dikaiomata, and the dikaioma are your just deeds, and this, we get an aorist passive here, will be made manifest, will be revealed. So because your just deeds will be made visible, will be made open, will be revealed. Kai meta tauta edon kai enoige honaos te skenes tu marturion enter urano, kai ex ealthon hoi hepta angeloi hoi econtestas hepta plegas ec tu nau en dedumenoi linon kitharon lampron kai peri edses menoi peritas stathe sonas crusas. And after these things, metatauta, Adon, I saw, from Horao, so I beheld perhaps, and Honaos, the holy shrine, so the shrine of the tabernacle, the shrine of the tent, or perhaps tabernacle, of the martyriu, well, it's funny here, of the testimony. So the shrine of the tabernacle of the testimony, anoige, this is an aorist passive from anoigo here, slightly oddly formed, again with an augment at the beginning. The theta has gone because of the gamma, so it was opened. So the temple of the tabernacle of the testimony was opened. The one in the heaven was opened. Kai exalthon hoi hepta angeloi, and the seven angels having the seven plagues came out, here we are from there, so came out from the naos, from the shrine, endedumenoi, this is from enduo, this is the perfect passive participle here, so they came out, and they were clothed in pure linen, clothed in katharon, clothed in linen, which was pure and bright, and normally you'd put a chi in here, but they don't, they've just got the two adjectives together, and they were periedzosmenon, this is from perizonumi, if you're looking it up, perizonumi with a double nu, and this is the perfect passive participle again. Perizonumai means something like to gird oneself with. So they were girded around their stathe is neuter plural from stethos, meaning the breast or chest, perhaps almost middle. We get the word stethoscope from this, well, it's cognate with this, or actually comes from this, stethos, to stethos, the breast. So they were girded around their breasts, we might say around their middle, with, and then we get an accusative after the participle here, with golden belts. Zone is a belt, first declension feminine, and we get that contracted crusus in the feminine is crusas with a contraction. So just to do that bit again, and after these things I saw, and the shrine of the tent or the tabernacle of the testimony in the heaven was opened, and the seven angels came out having the seven plagues. They came out from the shrine, from the temple, clothed in pure or clean, bright linen, and they were wearing golden belts around their breasts. Kai hen ek ton tessaron zoion edo ken tois hepta angelois hepta fialas crusas gemusas tu thumu tu theou tu zontos es tu sionas ton ionon. And one of the four living beasts, living things, gave to the seven angels seven fialas. These are cognate with our word vial in English. It simply means a little bowl, a container, so seven vials or bowls made of gold. Gemusas, this is from gemio, so filled, and it takes a genitive, filled with the anger of the living God unto the ages of the ages, so forever and ever. Kai egemiste honaos kapnu ektes doxes tu theou kai ektes dunamios autu kai udes udunato esel then es tona on acri telesthosin hi hepta plagai ton hepta angelon. And the temple was filled, aorist passive, this is from gemizdo. It's a cognate verb with the one we had here. This is gemizdo, so the temple was filled with smoke from the glory of God and from his might or power. Dunameos is from dunamis, third declension feminine noun, ending in is, so from his glory and from his power, and no one was able, imperfect, or the past tense if you will, from dunamai, to enter into the shrine, acri, well probably, until, I think here, until hepta, the seven plagues of the seven angels, telesthosan, aorist passive subjunctive, were fulfilled, were brought to completion. So just redo that bit again there. So one of the 4 living things gave to the 7 angels 7 golden vials, full of the anger of God, the living God, for ever and ever. And the temple was filled, Kapnu, with smoke from the glory of God and from his might, its power, and no one was able to enter into the shrine until the 7 plagues of the 7 angels, telesthos, were fulfilled. And that's the end of chapter 15.